Hi guys, my name is Keith Noratus, known as the leader and superior of Club LASM, aka lover of animated shows and movies, and I'm here with Colby,
It's Tuesday. Where's my pork butts and taters?
Simpy,
Hello!
and of course Tyler, aka Estes. Tyler? So first things first, how are we doing this lovely Monday afternoon?
Good.
I'm just sitting in my room watching Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Oh,
Just ignore that.
anywho, since, how are we feeling about the latest upcoming episode, which is episode 6, since they finally announced the release date?
Oh my god, yes. I actually am excited now that you mention it because now we get to see what happened to Vizcardi.
I wonder how good Alex Brightman would do on that Vizcardi voice, because like I said before, he did Pugsley and Malukas from Dead and Paranormal. So let's see how superb he will get for this episode.
We got the release date, we got the names of the Hazbin Hotel episodes.
Oh god. Is it gonna be available on that website you sent me, Estes?
Probably.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Most
they
likely.
revealed the episode titles of Hazbin. I have to watch the pilot.
You haven't watched it yet?
I watched the Helluva Boss pilot and the Lackadaisy pilot, but not Hazbin Hotel. Jeez.
Wait, for all these years, you dare call yourself the superior of LASM?
Dude, I've been creating this club just for my love of cartoon shows. Like, I rarely watch any adult animation because I rarely watch any adult animation because Hazbin Hotel has been fit into the spot of the adult book. Helluva Boss is starting to slowly increase me for
dethroned until you see it.
Dude, I can admit I haven't watched it, but I will be watching Hazbin Hotel and see the pilot. Okay.
In the No Mic channel, that's the names of all the things. I think my favorite name is Scrambled Eggs.
I have a scary feeling that Dad Beat Dad would be an emotional wreck, because instead of Dad Beat, it would most likely be Dead Beat, because any one of these Hazbin Hotel characters has some daddy issues.
Not the trademark.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Like, I've been hearing about the Hazbin Hotel and the characters, but I haven't watched the pilot. I have to watch that pilot. Seriously.
Betrayal!
Seriously. I'm sorry. I promise you, I will watch the pilot, and I will type to you, each and every one of you, about how I feel about the pilot, okay? I promise.
I love the Hazbin Hotel pilot.
With that said, we should finally get to the topic. Helluva Boss, which is episode 4 and 5, part 5, finally at long last.
I feel like what happened to Vizcardi is like what happened to Zenon in Neoverse.
Oh. That's a cool concept. I mean, it is your indie show. Where we left off from our previous Helluva Boss video, we discussed about the first 3 episodes of Season 2. If you'd like to watch the first 4 parts of me and my friends talking about Vivsy Pop's animated indie series, the link is in the description down below. With that said, it's time to continue head on with its 4th episode of Season 2, that is, Western Energy. On that episode, Stolas gets kidnapped and held hostage by Stryker, leaving Moxie and Millie to come to the rescue while Blitz takes Luna to give her a shot.
Damn kids, you get their vaccines and they won't take it, so they gotta go to hell to get it. Anyways, Western Energy. Something is amiss with it, with Stryker.
Different voice actor, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to segue into.
I don't get why people hate Stryker's new voice actor.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I feel like Elba Bosco did a good job. But I mean, to me, I feel like though it was, I can understand why it was replaced by Elba Bosco. I still feel like, to me, that it was made for Norman Reedus. Like, Norman Reedus really superb that voice of Stryker in the Harvest Moon Festival episode.
Probably scheduling conflicts with Norman Reedus, because he does do other stuff.
Yeah, I think The Walking Dead was still in production at the time when they... That's my only suggestion.
Probably. it just comes down to this. People don't appreciate that, hey, at least Stryker's still around. They could have just decided not to use him after Norman Reedus couldn't do it. But they still used him, and it wasn't bad. The people who wake up every morning just to hate on something, trust me, you're living a better life than them.
Yeah.
But this confirms one thing. Stryker, so there is a way to kill and keep people who are in hell dead. Because, like, think about it. You all remember that GIF on Busy Pop's Twitter of Ozzy, like, getting flame hands and Stolas being there? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. The GIF from the upcoming Fizzarali focused episode.
Yeah.
Which showed Stolas with Asmodeus.
If Ozzy and Stolas were to fight and one of them lose, well, one of them will come back.
I just wonder who's Asmodeus is fighting after. Like, I did saw a video that there was a theory of Asmodeus fighting Merman, which was the King of Greed.
Let's face it, he's probably gonna fight somebody who touched his boob. This is a thing to bring up, Keith. This is why you should have watched the pilot. Those things that were killing in the pilot had the same weapons as Stryker.
It's okay.
Keith, what happened in this episode?
Well, I can definitely tell you that one line in the end that what Blitz said he could get hurt really hit me, like, destroyed, because of all this time Blitz has been with Stolas. He thought that he was immortal. He thought, oh, since Stolas is part of the Royal Goetia family, he cannot be hurt. He's invincible. He's immortal. Nope. The one time that Stolas needs Blitz the most, he wasn't there for him, which is really sad.
I like to torture bird ghosts, so I don't think it's that far off.
Luckily, in the upcoming episode, Stolas is out of the hospital, but please, I'm scared about that episode. He just got out of the hospital. I don't want him back in that hospital again. Please.
He just got out of the hospital and he looks like this. Fucking no mic chat.
Oh my. Dude, stop. Why you have to do this to us? Oh my god.
Studi.
Oh, I get the joke now. Studi, as in Stolas and Hootie. Wow.
Oh, okay, so it's time we confirm this. Hootie and Stolas were boyfriends, and this is what happens.
With that being said, what were your favorite moments from that episode?
When Stryker was riding through the desert and they were singing his theme song, and then at the end he was just like, "Get you, I'm working."
Yeah, I laughed so hard. I was like I'm surprised that Stryker himself had his own song. Like, it's really hilarious. I rewatched the episode that there were two different Strykers I've seen. The Harvest Moon Festival Stryker is really like more a very scary antagonist, while this one is more though he is scary, yes, but more of an egotistical way type of antagonist, if you know what I mean. My hilarious moment is when Stolas gets attacked by Stryker. We may have gotten the idea of what the love dynamic between Stolas and Blitz was like.
It's the whole thing of, Stolas wants to be a real relationship, but that's not how Blitz sees it.
We should just get to the fifth episode, that is Unhappy Campers. Hold on. On the fifth episode of Helluva Boss Season 2, that is Unhappy Campers, it focuses on Moxie and Millie as they go undercover at a summer camp while Blitz tracks down his sister, Barbie Wire.
Alright, so when I watched the episode, I saw him rushing into the hospital. At first I thought he was going to see Stolas, but I was wrong. He was going to see his sister.
Oh my god, that broke my heart. I literally thought he snuck into the hospital to see Stolas, but nope, it was Barbie Wire at a rehab facility. Why has Busy Pop had to play with our emotions like that?
It's weird that there's rehab in hell, I'm just saying. Wouldn't it be encouraged to keep doing drugs?
Yeah, I mean, it's hell. I mean, it's hell. I mean, doesn't hell have to do like drugs and stuff like that? I don't get why there's a rehab facility, but it's there. That's what I'm trying to do. It doesn't
matter because she wasn't in rehab. Where was she?
only to find Barbie Wire at the exact same summer camp that Moxie and Millie was in during their mission to track down that one guy that killed. I think they said it was a counselor that killed that one guy who was in a canoe.
Why did the guy go to hell?
I don't know why.
Well, I think it's because, camp counselors, they do drugs. Let's face it, they do. He was another camp counselor that died because the one person murdered him.
Yeah, he said he was murdered because they filled a hole in his canoe and he drowned. One of the previous videos, one of you guys must have pointed out about the design, because the design on the counselor that was in hell, the stomach is literally bluish lava to make it seem like that his stomach is filled with water.
It's just like Queen Bee's.
Yeah, but with him, it actually makes it look like as if he actually drowned and his stomach is filled with water.
Speaking of designs, human Barbie is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I really want to know the fallout between
She is.
Blitz and Barbie Wire just as much as the fallout between Blitz and Fizzaroli. Like, what happened to the twin sisters?
Well, it's been just said that he doesn't know how to do relationships and such, and that might not just apply to the, other kind, just relationships with people in general.
It made me feel sad for Blitz at the time, when first time watching it, because when he was tracking her down, it was literally the one family member that he had, and now she's gone. He really has nobody at that moment.
Just sitting there. Am I just a joke to you, Keith?
I mean, she's not a biological family member. I'm just saying that Barbie's the only biological family member Blitz has yet.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but now she's gone. It seems like Blitz had nobody. And we literally saw the episode was uploaded 2 weeks after Queen Bee, which shows how Blitz hates himself, and he literally tries to run away from his problems, even try to drink his problems away, which just literally make me feel bad for Blitz. I feel like from the previous episode, after he's seen what happened to Stolas, he's trying to make sure that Barbie Wire is okay, but now, with Barbie Wire gone, Blitz is even more depressed than he is before, which is very sad.
Millie really got the spotlight this episode to see how cool she is.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I remember so many times when people were complaining about Millie not getting a focused episode, like getting an episode of her own, But it seems like she finally got it.
Just ignore that.
I made a Twitter thread that was discussing about the episode, and I like how they actually showed more of the dark side of the married couple. But it could be handled if they actually done it right. Like for Moxie's case, like he has to learn that he can't please everyone and that he has to be more supportive to Millie, just as how she was there for Moxie.
Those kids absolutely destroyed Moxie's self-esteem.
Yeah, those kids are so cool. I even went off like when they did this, when they had the subtitles thing, like that subtitles scene. It had me exploded. I was like, what was it said? You're gonna cry, Maxine, cringe. You can't, like, what is it said?
Listen, if someone who looks like Moxie comes into a summer camp, they're getting made fun of just like off of appearances.
Simpy, you have something to say about the episode?
Amazing.
Dang it, dude. With that said, what were your favorite moments from Unhappy Campers?
Just Barbie trying to raise up a teenager.
Oh my god.
Teenagers are so easy to manipulate. The songs actually in this episode are a little bit catchy.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Millie of all people actually got her own song. Like finally, that Millie actually got the spotlight. I even like how Millie has to do the hobbies that doesn't involve with just killing people and actually getting the recognition for just Millie being Millie.
What was Moxie's fake name?
Maxine.
Maxine. Maxine.
And Millie's fake name is Millard.
So original.
Eminem. Anyways, Keith, what was your favorite moment of the episode?
Everything that just involved Moxie, because I knew when I heard that this episode will be a Moxie and Millie focus, I was really excited. So it's just anything to do with Moxie. Like, you guys, again, just don't know.
Yeah, that's fair, their argument.
I mean, the argument, it just shows us how they're not as perfect as they are. They are healthy couples, but they're not as perfect as Blitz sees it. Because I can see why Blitz is so obsessed with those two.
You know what would be a good idea for a podcast for this one? We all go make our own tier lists for the episode just so that we can compare and contrast and such. You know what I mean?
No.
Having our own top 5 favorite Helluva Boss episode?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Anyway, they fought. They're back to the couple because it is healthy for couples to fight. They need to fight, or else you're just gonna build up, and then when they do finally fight, bam, divorce.
But thankfully they were able to make it up in the end. I mean, honestly, I kind of wish that Blitz was, and like one of you guys said, that Blitz should have been there when seeing the fight, so that way he'll have the idea that not all couples are just perfect all the time.
Also, Vaggy's voice actress was Jimmy. That's important.
Wait.
Jimmy?
The kid that Barb was working with, that's Vaggy's voice actress.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, this is the second time you've been told.
That was really Vaggy's voice actress that played Jimmy, which is the guy that killed the camp counselor, right?
The guy who killed the camp counselor and the guy who was there with Barb in the boathouse.
Oh my god, yeah.
I remember watching it the first time and I was like, that voice sounds familiar, and then, I look on Twitter and someone says, it's and once again, Twitter saved the day.
I really have to watch that pilot now. Just like in the classic
movie, the Emoji Movie, Twitter saves the day.
Yeah, I really gotta watch that pilot now, because many people also kept saying how Rocky from LXII, that character's voice actors, also voices Angel Dust.
Isn't N's voice actor in LXII, or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He voices Rocky.
Yeah, like I said, the voice actor behind Rocky also voiced Angel Dust.
I haven't seen the pilot for LXII, so I have no idea who you're all talking about.
Well, you have to watch that LXII pilot, man, because it was good.
Anyways,
what can you expect with the upcoming episode, which is this Saturday? Finally, we got the release date at long last.
You should probably mention what day this is coming. This is being recorded, because I guarantee you it's gonna be an editing process.
When I upload my videos, I always start off like this video was recorded on this day.
Okay, so it's called Oops. Oops, he lost his limbs. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tragic backstory with Fizzaroli. It's most likely.
Listen, you're out here saying it might be a tragic backstory. What if he got it by choice?
No.
I
mean, I wouldn't be surprised that Blitz was the reason, because of his history of hurting the people that he cared about and hurting himself as a result of hurting those people. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happened in this one circus incident between him and Fizzaroli. That's why they're having this rocky relationship between each other. Hopefully, with this episode, we did saw that one gif of Blitz protecting Fizzaroli from getting shot at. So hopefully, at least there's a 50-50 chance that might make amends.
If they were to make amends, Blitz has to be the one to apologize.
I mean, there is an episode called The Apology Tour, so...
Oh, that's... Yeah, It would be. Have you seen that episode of South Park where Cartman thinks he's dead and he's a ghost and he gets he apologized to everyone so he thinks he can go to heaven? You know what I'm talking about? Basically that, but with Blitz. Imagine Blitz giving out what are they called? Gift baskets?
Yeah, something like that. Gift baskets.
He gives one to Stella, and it just the only thing inside the basket is the note. Sorry, I your husband.
Sorry, I husband.
Oh my god. With that said, thank you all for being in today's awesome podcast. As we know, this Saturday, as of this recording, this Saturday would be the biggest Helluva Boss episode titled Oops. So here's my format so far, once I'm going to update it. The format is Helluva Boss episode Oops, then second Helluva Boss topic is predicting the rest of the season 2 episode titles, Hazbin Hotel pilot, Hazbin Hotel episode predictions, Lackadaisy, maybe Myrtle Jones, and who knows.
Once again, make sure to join us on the #1 podcast in all categories, like number one on trending, #1 on music, and everything like that.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, the editing process for Sketch Pictures is finally done. Hopefully I can get this uploaded by Thursday or Friday. Maybe Thursday, so that way people can most likely focus on that before we get to the Helluva Boss video. That will be uploaded Saturday. With that said, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Click on the notification bell, so that way you won't miss out any more of the animation content between me and my friends. With that said, I bid you peace. Bye!
Can I bring something? Bye.
He calls me their friend.
With that being said...
Anyways, I want this to be said, Keith. I was Peter Griffin yesterday just to keep you on your toes.
I know that.
Peter! Why are you in a podcast?
Oh my god, you sound exactly like Meg. No wonder why you changed your profile pic to Meg that one time. You actually had that good impression of Meg, right? Was that her name, Meg Griffin?
Yep. I was doing Lois.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, Lewis. Oh, that's the wife. Meg, I know that Meg is the daughter. Lewis is the wife.
Lois.
Yeah, sorry.
Sometimes you just need to shoot. Okay, that could have came out wrong. I was about to say sometimes you just gotta shoot kids. What I mean.
We will shoot your kid for $3.
Oh, that's an idea. That's an idea for a charity live stream, Keith. You just offered. You offered.
Mr. Beast.
Don't.
Yeah. So, Keith, you were telling us about how you were going to tell us the entire plot of the Hazbin Hotel pilot because you've totally seen it.
I didn't. I will get to that pilot, man.
Just
at least give me more time.
It's 30 minutes. That's besides the point.
I will find that time. Similar with Motor Jones. Like, I tried to find the perfect time, but it's just like, why am I not finding any good time to actually do it? To just do it.
Just do it tonight.
Alright, I'll do it tonight.
Keith, can I bring something up to you real quick?
Only once.
You know that thing Caleb said that he was like, I know Peter Griffin's gonna find a way into this format. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I guess he really did find his way into that format.
No, that was my call to action. I wasn't even thinking about bringing it back.
Kind of forget.
Listen, Caleb challenged me and I had to do it.
Peter,
I wish he was here.
He didn't have to deal with it. He just gave it all to you.
Imagine Peter as Ida, and instead of an owl lady, is a griffin man.
This is no. Please don't.
Peter Cliffin will be on the next podcast. Keith, you might want to look at your thing.
What thing?
Just look at the podcast thing.
What? Okay, where am I clicking at?
Do you not see my name in my profile picture?
Oh, I see it. Dang it. Why? Why? Why you have to do this to me? Peter Griffin, what?
Watch Hazbin Hotel.
Oh, I said I will get to the... I need the computer so I can order your. Oh my god.
Stay cell.